Big, isn't it?
So this is my new BMW R1200 GS TE, which stands for Touring Edition. It's the top of the range 1200 GS. It's 7 days old and has about 200 miles on it, which I've done in the last week. It's got the new water-cooled boxer engine, which is the latest version of the R1200, and the R1200 GS Adventure has just been launched to include that. Walking around the bike, I've got some extras on it to include the crash bars, which hopefully I'm not going to need. I've also ordered some extra headlights and fog lights which haven't yet arrived, and I've also ordered a tinted windshield which is on its way, and the brand new Garmin satellite navigation system, Navigator 5, is also on back order and will replace this temporary sat nav that I've got here. Walking through the bike, got some interesting functions, two multi-function controls on the actual handlebar grips themselves. This device here, which scrolls 360 degrees forwards and backwards and also has a key switch left and right, will control the sat nav system once it's been installed. We have here a trip computer which rotates through different settings on the trip computer itself, or on the inbuilt computer, so we can scroll from range left in the tank, setup mode, the actual odometer itself is demonstrating 214 miles. I haven't reset the trips yet, so trip 1 and trip 2 are probably the same. And then on the bottom display, where we've currently got date, we can scroll through the external temperature. In the UK, 12.5 degrees outside. Engine temperature has just come off a short ride, 82. Average fuel consumption and average speed. Once the sat nav is fitted, we'll get some extra functionality as well. The second control over here allows me to turn off the ABS braking system, and also allows me to set up the dampen modes. So at the moment I've got the suspension on it set to hard with single rider. I can scroll through soft, normal and rotates through 3, and if I hold the function button down, I'll get one rider with baggage, 2 riders, and back to 1 rider, and I can have that in each one of the modes. So I'm going to put it back to hard, which is where it traditionally is. Again, on the left-hand side controls is the emergency warning lights, the actual night lights, and the TE Touring Edition has the cruise control, which slide on to activate and then set or reset with the small button that's integrated into the button. Moving over to the right hand side, obviously we've got the accelerator itself here, heated handlebar grips, which comes in full or half mode setting, very useful for the United Kingdom. And then we've got the riding modes, which are unique. We have a dynamic, which is what I'm riding in, which gives quite an accelerative mode, quite responsive. We can float through enduro, which is for off-road mode. We have rain mode, which gives a slower response on the acceleration, and road mode, which is like a middle between enduro and dynamic. There's also a key mounted underneath the seat, which when plugged in will give me an Enduro Pro mode, which makes the ride particularly spectacular, quite responsive on the accelerator, switches off the ABS and switches off the electronic stability. And then on the red button, the engine is started by hitting the start mode, which we should be able to do in a second. Select neutral. Now moving around the bike itself, I've added a headlight protection system supplied by Touratech. This is based on a quick release system, so if necessary I can remove the actual guards themselves, revealing the full headlight itself. These are the LED headlights, the brand new version, and again I can just very quickly clip the protection system back into place. Make sure they're nice and secure. And I've also fitted some of the Touratech side pockets to give me some additional carrying capacity at the side. There's one each side, and there's one that fits under the headlights at the back. And that's my 1200 GS, which I hope to have many hours of fun with. Thank you for listening.